Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Students, are you hearing me? Please reply in the chat box. Walaikum assalam. Very good of you. Zemal, Afsar. Very good, Fatma. Walaikum assalam, all of you. I'm waiting for some other students to join me first. After that, I will start my today's lecture. I'm just waiting for 1 minute only. Hope you all are here and understanding everything. Okay, now I want to start my class here. Some students are late today. This is again English language lectures. I'm Mrs. Afshin Imran. This is lecture number 28. Okay. But today's topic is narration. I want to tell you about the definition of narration first. Narration is the use of a written or spoken commentary to convey the message of one person to another. Okay, narration is commonly known as direct speech and indirect speech, in which we are conveying the message of a person to another person. Okay, in which sometimes the words or the comments of the speaker are in the written form, or sometimes it will be in spoken form. So we convey the message of one person, which are the which is the actual words of the speaker, and it has to be conveyed to the other persons in some other words. Okay. um, I'm not giving you any classwork to do, or any I'm not discussing about any homework or any classwork at this moment. If it is so, then I will inform before that. So concentrate on the lecture only. Just try to understand what I am telling you. Now, there are two ways of reporting the message of one person to another. There are two ways. Why you are disturbing me again and again? Why you are writing some messages in the chat box? Please don't write anything. I will give you the time at the end of the lecture if you want to ask anything. So please don't disturb the class at this moment and try to understand and listen. Ways of reporting. Reporting means to uh, tell some other people or the words of the speaker. There are two ways of reporting people's words. Number one, direct speech, and number two, indirect speech. These are the two kinds of speech. You all know them very well. So I want to discuss them one by one in the form of their definition and examples. The first one is direct speech. Direct speech involves quoting the exact words of the speaker within the quotation marks. You all know that the quotation marks are commonly known as inverted commas. So direct speech is the speech in which the exact words of the speaker are enclosed in the inverted commas. Some examples I have written here. You see that he said, comma, I write a letter. Full stop. Full stop shows that it is the complete sentence, and you understand that it is an affirmative, or you can say assertive sentence. And these are the actual words of the speaker, so these are enclosed in the inverted commas, or you can say that quotation marks. He said, this part of the sentence is known as reporting verb, not he, only said. And I write a letter, it is called the reported speech of the speaker. There is another example. She said, comma, I learn a poem, full stop. Again, you can see that the actual words of the speaker with the full stop are enclosed in the inverted commas. Remember, the full stop is inside the inverted comma. Okay, and the first letter which is used to start the sentence of the actual or the actual words of the speaker, it must be capital. And here you can see that H is capital and S is capital for the starting of the sentence. I hope you are understanding. Then I want to explain you the indirect speech. This is the another way of reporting the words of the speaker. Indirect speech involves the words of the speaker in own words with no quotation marks, in which it means that when we are writing the indirect speech, we are writing the actual words of the speaker with the change in the own words, and no quotation marks are there. There will be no inverted commas in it. Some examples I have written here. You can see that I have changed the same examples which I have given in the direct speech. He said that he wrote a letter. You can see that I have removed the comma and I have placed that in place of comma, and I have removed all the inverted commas from both sides, and I have changed the tense also, as well as I have changed the pronoun also. He said that he wrote a letter. Object remains same. A letter is object here in this example, and there is a full stop at the end. You should be very careful about the punctuation marks. That means full stop, question mark, exclamation mark, whatever, and you should be very careful about the capital letters as well. Now the second example which I have already, I have changed here. She said that she learned a poem. You can see that she said remains same, and I have removed the comma, and in place of that I have added that here. I have removed the inverted commas also. I have changed the pronoun here, she, and I have changed the tense here. She learned a poem. Okay. Now I want to show you some of the rules for the conversion of direct speech into indirect speech. Whenever we convert direct speech into indirect speech, we must follow some rules. So you should learn those rules and remember how to use them. The first one is remove separating comma. Separating comma means which is between the reporting verb and the reported speech. Okay, like he said, comma, I write a letter. So this comma is called the separating comma. Next rule is remove quotation marks. Quotation marks mean inverted commas. It means we have to remove all the inverted commas from both sides to convert the direct speech into indirect speech. Number third rule is use the connector that. It is connector that is used in place of separating comma. It is called the connector, or you can say in the common word that it is a conjunction to join the two parts of the sentence. Number four rule is change says to into tells. If the reporting verb is says to, then you can change into tells. Remember that to is not used with tells or tell. Number fifth rule is change said to into told. Okay. Remember this, when we convert said to into told, we do not use to with told. You should remember all these rules. These are very important. to convert direct speech into indirect speech. So you should know them very well and you should learn them. There are some other rules for the conversion of direct speech into indirect speech. The first rule is change in personal pronoun. Personal pronoun, you all know that it is about the person. Change in possessive pronoun. Personal pronouns are used mostly in the form of in the beginning of the actual words of the speaker. Change in possessive pronoun. These are used somewhere, uh, sometimes in the actual words of the speaker at the end, or sometimes with the reporting verb. Change in reporting verb. Reporting verb means you have to change say to tell or said to told. This is the reporting verb. Number 4, change in reported speech. What will you change in reported speech? Actually, the tense as well as pronoun. But mostly it is used for the changing of tense. Number 5th point is change in time and place. These are called the change in some other words, which is actually the change in time and place. I hope you are understanding till here. Now I want to show you the rules with some examples how we will change the pronoun when we are converting the direct speech into indirect speech. There are, you know that there are 3 persons, okay? First person, second person, and third person. These are personal pronouns. I am talking about personal pronouns. Please be careful about that. Personal pronouns are of 3 types: first person, second person, and third person. So I will explain them one by one, how these are changed. First person pronoun, these are 2. I is used for singular person and B is used for plural person. So first person pronoun changes according to the subject of the reporting verb. It means it depends upon the subject of the reporting verb. Reporting verb means the first part of the sentence. So I have shown you in the form of example that I have written the direct speech and I have converted into indirect speech. The example is he said, comma, I write a letter, full stop. You can see again full stop is inside the inverted comma. So the subject of the reporting verb is he here. Okay, so we change this subject of the reported speech according to the subject of the reporting verb. Okay, like when we convert direct speech into indirect speech, the sentence becomes he. It remains same. This subject cannot be changed, and at any cost, you know that it remains same. He told. I have changed said to told here. That I have removed comma here and place that in place of comma, he. Now this pronoun of the reported speech has been changed into he. How? Because I have told you in the rule that it depends on the subject of the reporting verb. He. It means there is a boy who is saying about himself. So it has been changed into he. I has been changed into he because he was talking about himself. Then we change the tense. You can see that the first form of verb, that is present indefinite tense. So it will be changed into second form of verb, that is wrote, because we are changing present indefinite tense into past indefinite tense. A letter remains same because it is the object. Full stop at the end. Full stop must be placed at the end to show the completion of the sentence. Now the sentence becomes, he told that he wrote a letter. I hope you have understood that first person pronoun changes according to the subject of the reporting verb. There is first person, you can see that in the reported speech, there is first person I. So it changes according to the subject of the reporting verb. I hope you have understood. Now I will show you the change in pronoun when there is a second person. Okay. Second person pronoun is you. You can be used for the singular person as well as for the plural person. So it changes according to the object of the reporting verb. Okay. Remember, not the subject of the reporting verb. It changes according to the object of the reporting verb. Okay. Here you can see that I have shown it with the example, direct speech, and it's convergent into indirect speech. Now, the sentence is, she said to her. Here you can see that reporting verb is there, said to, and the subject of the reporting verb is she, and the object of the reporting verb is her. It means this you, the second person of the reported speech, it changes according to the object of the reporting verb, that means her. She said to her, comma, you are coming to my party. You are coming to my party, full stop. Here you can see that you, that is the second person, it changes according to that. It means she is saying to a girl. And you are coming to my party. This is showing that it is a present continuous tense. You can see that are is there with the fourth form of verb, that is ing form of verb. To my party, it is the object, and we will change the pronoun here, but not to and party. Now see the change. This subject, which is the subject of the reporting verb, it never changes. So it remains she. I have changed said to told. Her remains same because it is the object of the reporting verb. She told her that. I have removed the comma and that is placed here. Now, you can see that you is changed into she. Why? Because it depends upon the object of the reporting verb, which is a girl. So you can see that we can change you into she. And we are changing present continuous tense into past continuous. So I have changed the helping verb first, that is auxiliary verb, into was. And coming, remember this thing, I will show you these changes also, that some places, some these kind of words can be changed into other words. Come is changed into go when we are changing into changing direct speech into indirect speech. So coming will be changed into going, to remains same, and my party, she is saying about her, so it changes into her party, full stop. Now the sentence becomes, she told her that she was going to her party, full stop. I hope you have understood till here. Now I'm showing you the change in the third person pronoun. Okay, this is another change in pronoun, that is third person pronoun, where we have three type of third persons: he, she, and they. You can see that he and she are used for the singular persons, he for male persons, she for female persons, and they is used for the plural persons. They never change. Now, what is the rule? Third person pronoun never change. It means it remains same. And we are talking about the subject of the reported speech. It never change. Now, it has been shown here in the form of example. Direct speech. Sarah said, comma, we can use any name here. He has given the idea. Full stop. You can see that he is used here, which is a third person pronoun, and we have got the rule that it will never change. Okay, so I change it. The sentence becomes Sarah. It remains same. You know that subject of the reporting verb never changed. Sarah. I have changed said into told. I have replaced comma with that, and he, that is the third person pronoun, which I have already told you never changes. So it remains same he, but you can see that has given. It is the showing that it is present perfect tense. So we are changing present perfect tense into past perfect tense, in which just the auxiliary verb has been changed. So has becomes had, and given the third form of verb remains same. The idea is the object, so it remains same. It will never change. The sentence becomes, Sarah told that he had given the idea full stop. Remember about the punctuation marks. I have told you many times that you should be very careful about the punctuation marks. I hope you have understood till here. Now I will have told you about that there are some changes in time and place. So I'm showing you in the form of a chart here. You can see that some changes of some words, some place, some time. Words which are used here, their changes depends upon uh, the some words, and in direct speech some other words are used. When we change into indirect speech, use some other words. Like you can see here, here it is showing the place. Here changes into there. Okay, remember all these changes as well as their spellings. Now this it's showing the place, it changes into that. These, this is used for the singular things, singular objects. That is also used for the singular objects. But these, it is used for the plural objects. Okay, and it changes into those, which is also used for the plural objects. Then there are some other words. Now it is showing the time, so it changes into then. Ago, which is also showing the time, it changes into before. Another word, come, it changes into go, which I have already shown you in the example that coming has been changed to go. Okay, it means the actual word, that is the verb come, changes into go. I hope you are understanding everything very clearly. But if you have got any question, you will be allowed at the end to ask me at the end of the lecture. Okay. Now I want to show you some of the other changes when we are changing direct speech into indirect speech. These are the changes in time mostly. Today is changed into that day when we are using in the indirect speech. Today is changed into that day. Tomorrow, it changes into two ways, the next day, or there is another option, the following day. Remember both the options, okay? The next day, the following day. Yesterday, please be careful about the spellings of all these things. Tomorrow, yesterday, today. Yesterday changes into the previous day. Be careful about the spellings. Or there is another option, it changes into the day before. Okay. Now next is tonight. Tonight, you can see that there is no gap between two and night here. But when we are writing or changes into Alicia, Junaid and Fatma, Shiza, please turn off your cameras. I don't want to see you. Please turn off your cameras. Alicia, turn off your cameras, please. Now tonight has been changed into that night. Okay. But when we are writing that night, there should be a gap between that and night. Similarly, there is no gap between to and day in today, and there's a gap between that day, that and day. Remember all these points. These are very important. If you are doing mistakes, then you will your marks will be deducted. So please be very careful, and you should learn all these rules and points which I'm telling you in the lecture. You should be very careful and listen to me very carefully. Another word which is used here in direct speech, next week. So next week will be converted into the following week. And there is another word, last week, which will be converted into the previous week. I hope you have understood till here. Now this is the time. This is the end of my today's lecture. So you are allowed to ask me any questions, but before that, I want to take your attendance. Don't open your cameras. I don't want to see you. Please turn off your cameras. Now it is your time to ask me questions. If you have got any question, please ask me. Today is the dictation day. I have already uploaded the dictation on the Google Classroom. So you have to attempt it. Abdul Rahman. Quiz will be on Wednesday. Fatma Kareem, why you have opened your camera? No, it has been opened some time for a moment. Yes, Meda, there is another lecture of me at I think after 10 to 15 minutes. So please, you should be there on time. Yes, Meda, there is another lecture at I think 9:20. So join me at 9:20. Okay. Abdul Rahman, I have told you that there is no quiz. Okay. Today, there is dictation day. Today is Friday. Friday is the dictation day. So I have already uploaded the dictation in the form of MCQs in the Google Classroom. So please, after the class, go there and attempt it. Anything which Hamza Mustafa, very good. You have done dictation, it means you have not taken the class or you have joined me late because of that. Yes, Abdul Rahman. On every Friday, there will be dictation. And on every Wednesday, there will be quiz. Yes, Iman. There is another English lecture after this lecture at 9:20. So you should be there on time. Anything which you want to ask? Yes, it's also mine. I will continue the narration topic in the next lecture. I hope you have understood everything. If you want to ask other questions, then you can ask me. Sania Javed, I have already done the dictation before starting the class. Okay, very good, Sania. If you have done before it, then it's okay. What about the dictation? Easy or difficult? I hope you all will get 10 marks. It is of 10 marks. It's very easy. Okay, very good. Tanya and Hamza Mustafa, you have done it. Okay. Other people, please, after the class, attempt it. We want to select collect words. Which is collect? Which is collect? Is it correct or collect? Okay. Yes. Dictation means you should know the spellings. And because of that, it is about the spelling test. Anything which you want to ask about narration topic, which I have explained here in this lecture? You want to ask any rule, if you have not understood, please ask me about that rule. Because there is still some time left, you can ask me about narrations. Okay, I will ask some questions. You have to do the assignment. I will upload the today another assignment of language. So you will have to do that assignment also, and you will have to prepare for the quiz as well. I will take the quiz from language portion, and the dictation is from literature portion. So you should prepare for all of that. If you have got any question, please ask me. Hurry up, I'm waiting. And don't make these designs on the screen, please. Remove them. Those who are disturbing the class, please, if you are not interested, don't come to the class. Because there are many people who are here to take the class and understand the topic. Now you should remember all the rules to convert direct speech into indirect speech, because I will give you some exercises about different sentences. So you will have to attempt in your language copy. Where are you students? Are you sleeping? Okay. Okay. You will have to, all of you have to, you will have to join the next class. It will be started at 9:20. Okay. So that the other rules of narrations will be discussed in that class, and so that you will understand all of them before starting the exercises. Some of you have already done some exercises in the copies, and we'll have to discuss them again, and some more exercises will be there to convert different sentences given in the direct speech into indirect speech. Attempt the dictation after the second lecture today. Anything which you want to ask about today's lecture? If you have not understood anything, please ask me now. Okay, now the time is over. I want to stop here. Okay, then we will meet in the next class after some time. Allah Hafiz.